Are you looking for the best gaming monitors? In this video we will look at some of the best gaming monitors. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. AOC Agon CU34G2X 34-inch. Size, 34-inch, type, VA resolution, 3440 by 1440, refresh rate, 144 Hz, response time, 1 millisecond, curvature, not applicable. Best for ultra-wide gaming without the premium price tag. Ultra-wide gaming monitors don't need to be so pricey. The AOC Agon CU34G2X proves that with its impressive spec sheet. It's a 34-inch gaming monitor with a 144 Hz refresh rate and extended 1440p resolution, giving it that sweet spot that looks and performs better than 1080p gaming monitors, but isn't quite as demanding on your system as a full 4K monitor. It also has plenty of screen real estate for gaming and streaming while having your chat open on the side of the screen, or you can just use it for a fully immersive experience. Input lag is low, making this a good monitor for competitive gaming, and it has a strong native contrast ratio, so you can expect dark blacks, rather than grays, and it gets bright enough for daytime gaming. It doesn't have much in the way of additional HDR brightness, however, and with no local dimming, this isn't a great monitor for HDR gaming. Number 4. Samsung Odyssey G9 Neo. Size, 49-inch, type, VA, mini LED, resolution, 5120 by 1440, refresh rate, 240 Hz, response time, 1 millisecond, curvature, 1000 R. Best for ultra-wide gaming at its finest. At 49 inches wide, the Samsung Odyssey G9 Neo is a sight to behold, but you might question what separates it from the equally massive G9 and G9 that came before it. The key here is brightness. With mini LEDs providing the backlighting for this model, it can achieve a staggering peak brightness of 2000 nits, which is practically unheard of on gaming monitors. With HDR10 support, that makes this monitor just as good for watching HDR movies as it does playing HDR games. They look ultra smooth with this monitor's high 240 Hz refresh rate, too. It also has a staggeringly high resolution, effectively two 1440p monitors sat side by side. That's a demanding task for many PCs to muster for AAA games. There aren't many games that actually support a monitor of this sheer size. You'll need to play with black bars in those cases, but for games that do support it, the immersion is incredible. Flight simulators, first-person combat games and some RPGs really open up your field of view like nothing else on a monitor this big. It's also great for multitasking. If you're a streamer, you can have your game on one side or in the middle, and chat feeds, and other information on the sides. What our editors say, tech editor Rebecca Isaacs says, if you're looking for a fully immersive gaming experience with crystal clear picture, you need to pick up this monitor. It's not only one of the best monitors for playing top games like Far Cry 6, but it also doubles as a WFH powerhouse, giving me the ability to build out a custom split screen and still have plenty of room to write and edit important documents. Number 3. Samsung Odyssey G7 32-inch. Size, 32-inch, type, QLED resolution, 2560 by 1440, refresh rate, 240 Hz, response time, 1 millisecond, curvature, 1000 R. Best for enjoying high frame rates at 1440p. The Samsung Odyssey G7 is the baby of the Odyssey range, but it's no less impressive than its bigger cousins. It's a classic, 1440p, high refresh rate display, which means it strikes a nice balance between visual appeal and demand on your graphics card for an aesthetically appealing game experience. In other words, you can actually hit high frame rates without having the most powerful GPU in the world. While this isn't the latest Neo model, meaning it doesn't have many LEDs, its traditional LED backlighting is still powerful enough to deliver over 550 nits brightness in SDR or HDR content. And for maximum immersion, its 32-inch widescreen and aggressive 1000 R curvature sucks you right into your game. Competitive gamers should especially enjoy its 240 Hz refresh rate, which helps games run smooth and fast. Yes, this can actually give you an edge over the competition. The Odyssey G7 also supports FreeSync Premium Pro, and is G-Sync compatible, eliminating screen tearing and low FPS stuttering. Not as bright as the latest Odyssey models. Number 2. Samsung Odyssey G8 Neo. Size, 32-inch type, VA, mini LED, resolution, 3840 by 2160, refresh rate, 240 Hz, response time, 1 millisecond, curvature, 1000 R. Best for, playing Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 games with high brightness and smooth animation. Most gaming TVs offer a 4K 120 Hz gaming experience, but the Samsung Odyssey G8 Neo can do the same resolution at up to 240 Hz, which is almost unheard of for gaming TVs. While you won't be able to take full advantage of that when playing on consoles limited to 120 Hz, it does mean you can play those console games at their maximum detail and frame rate, and then jump over to your PC and play on the same display, but at an even higher frame rate. It also has fantastic colors due to Samsung's quantum dot technology, and thanks to mini LED backlighting, it gets incredibly bright. It's rated to hit 1000 nits at its peak, making HDR gaming on this monitor a very different experience from most gaming monitors. There's a light 1000 or curvature which can improve immersion when you're sat right in front of it, and with its incredibly low input lag and fast response time, you'll be able to have a few milliseconds advantage over those playing on older, slower monitors and TVs. With variable refresh rate support, you won't see any screen tearing or stuttering on this monitor either. Number 1. Alienware AW3423DW 34-inch. Size, 34-inch type, QD-OLED resolution, 3440 by 1440, refresh rate, 175 Hz, response time, 0.1 milliseconds, curvature, 1800 R. Best for, making the most graphics-intensive games look their best. OLED technology isn't commonplace in gaming monitors like it is in gaming TVs, but it's starting to slowly make an appearance, and in dramatic fashion. The Alienware AW3423DW 34-inch gaming monitor is the best-looking gaming monitor ever made, leveraging Samsung's new QD OLED technology to great effect. This gives it greater contrast than any LCD monitor, no matter how high quality, with richer colors and wide viewing angles. It doesn't even lose out on brightness, as this model can manage over 1000 nits at its peak. It's an ultra-wide curved monitor, so its resolution isn't a typical one, but at 3440 by 1440 and 34 inches, it has loads of screen space at high detail. That's not as demanding as native 4K, but will still need a decent graphics cards to play games natively with high detail settings. It has a high refresh rate of 175 Hz too, making games look buttery smooth, and with its 0.1 milliseconds response time, you need not fear any ghosting, even in the fastest pace games. Expensive. Refresh rate not as high as some LCD models.